Welcome, yogis, to your class today. And today will be everything to do with our core, our deeper core, which helps us move, which helps us balance, which helps us twist, and which helps us to have good posture. So when you're ready, come and lie onto your back, and you can either have your knees tumbled together and your feet wide, or you can bring the soles of the feet together and the knees to widen. So just find a comfortable spot onto your back. And just start by taking 1 or 2 or 3 big sighs. Just allowing for that opportunity to gently begin to check out. And once checked out through a big few sighs, gently begin to check in. Just notice if there's any particular areas within the body where you just feel a little bit more tight still. And see if you can free yourself from that a little, soften a little. Letting the upper and the lower teeth gently separate, and your tongue is nice and relaxed, even at the root of your tongue. Tongue feel itself into the lower tongue. Maybe bring the hands to your belly then and connect within that breath. See if you can feel that breath reach the stomach. And that way you get that beautiful massaging through the abdominal wall, nourishing for the organs. Nice to send some space, some movement, some oxygen into all of these beautiful organs which you find there. Maybe it's the first time in hours that we have all this space now that we move, massage. Now core is our sort of theme for today. So nice to again start to just build a little bit of movement there. When our core gets stronger, we have lesser lower back aches and pains. We stand a little taller, we sit a little better, we balance a little better. And sometimes it can even mean that we move and walk a little better. So trying to keep your eyes closed that little bit longer, but just bring the knees back to hip width and straighten the legs forward. So they're just heavily onto the floor right there. And so naturally you'd have this curve into the lower back right now. And I want you to really kind of keep those hands onto your belly, squeeze the lower back into the floor, and then let it release into that natural curve. And again, squeeze it in and release. Squeeze it in and release. Now for some of us, this is a little easier done with the soles of the feet to the floor. So give that a whirl as well. Feet to the floor, knees are bent. And again, press that lower back into the floor and release. And after you've tried about 2 or 3 here, you can come back to straight legs, or you just stay here if this just offers you that little bit more engagement. And so we have it that we brace our belly every time we lay and press those lower vertebrae into the mat. It is almost like you're preparing yourself and bracing yourself to be punched into the stomach. It also has that quality of bringing the ribs and the hips together and shortening the distance between the ribs and the hips. And so we're starting to work those deeper transverse abdomen, which lay quite low. Let's just do about 5 more, and either your legs are again straight or not. And it also, I feel, really kind of massages out that lower back into the sacrum. So that for that reason as well, I quite like this. I hope you do too. Last one here. And then you keep that imprinted spine. So you press the lower vertebrae into the floor. And then come to bring your knees up into a tabletop. And if you do that right, with the knees over your hips rather than the knees to your belly, then you should really start to feel the abs work as you press the lower back and the belly down to the floor. With those legs into tabletop, knees above your hips and an imprinted spine, we start to take a few leg extensions, just one at a time. Now, can you really imagine that someone in the meantime is sitting on your stomach? And so those lower vertebrae are not allowed or not able to come off the floor. They have to deeply imagine it because they really want to come off the floor every time. Reset any moment they lift, squeeze it down and go a little slower again. If you can keep them comfortably down to the floor, then maybe come up into an ab curl now. And again, squeeze that belly down. You might even interlace the fingers if that's nice for your neck to support your head. Lower back is still squeezed into the mat fully. Let's just take about 4 more leg extensions here. Make sure you've done it nice and equal as well on both sides, and give yourself a little cuddle, knees into your chest. Side to side is nice. Massaging that lower back again. Take your knees nice and wide now and have your feet together to touch, sort of like a diamond shape. Come back to interlace the fingers, or maybe this is your first round to interlace. So have your head be supported by your hands. This time, as I'm coming up into an ab curl, I lift my head and shoulders off the mat, but I'm also tucking my tailbone off the floor this time. So it's a double squeeze. Try and get the knees and the elbows kind of together to touch. So lifting and squeezing tailbone and shoulders together. So we have that quality of the lower abs switching on as well, and that's usually kind of that more lazy part of the core. So every now and again for a moment, we just have that middle back onto the floor. And in between sides, can you really push those knees away and back into tabletop? So keep them away from the belly. And then again, the core stays switched on that way. Last 4 here. Last 3. I hope we're all feeling this nicely. Last 2. And then keep the legs forward after this next one. Maybe in tabletop, diamond shape, maybe all the way forward, maybe swing those legs, but press the lower back into the mat for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees into your chest. You've earned it after just that. And then straightening the legs all the way forward onto the mat. Reach the hands long up to the ceiling. Take a big breath in. And then look towards your toes. Lift up through the head, the shoulders. And then can you articulate the spine as we slowly come up and up. Turn yourself around or to the front of your mat, so it doesn't necessarily need to be around. As we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow here. So hands and knees on the in-breath, open the heart and the chest, looking up. And exhale, really tuck the belly into the spine. And look at your belly button. Freestyle this if you like. And let your breath guide the pace of this movement. About 4 more breaths here. Feel free to move through the side body, and especially if you know you're quite tight through the lower back. Now really let that breath settle in and out through the nose here as well. Maybe Ujjayi breath to build that little bit of fire within. Final breath for everyone here. And coming back into a tabletop, curling your toes and lift your knees just an inch off the floor. It is not much at all. Lift the belly back into the spine and see if you can simply, without changing the body very much, step the right foot back so you're in a half plank. Step the right knee back to hover, left leg back. Now in the meantime, keep pressing so the back muscles upward. So really use the counter group of muscles here, which are your back muscles. Don't let your shoulder scapula stick out. Keep switching from side to side. Keep pressing and rounding into the back. Keep lifting the belly up into the spine. Last round, make sure that you've done it equally on both sides again. Coming back into a tabletop, lower the knees for 1 cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale. And then the last one to wake up the obliques One more tabletop, guys. Curl your toes, lift your knees a little off. And then from there on out, touch the right foot besides the left one in a little twist. And then go to the other side. Twist. Keep the shoulders over the wrist. Stay close to the floor. Side to side. Side to side. One more on each side. Twisting, rinsing through those obliques. And then step it simply back. Your first downward facing dog. Have a little walk or be absolutely still. Take a moment to shake out your head. Press in between each and every finger here. And lift your sit bones nice and high. Heels are invisible. And then draw up your navel into the spine. So we have that Uddiyana Bandha starting to lift that energy lock. And that's also really connected to that deeper core lock. With this lock arm from your downward dog, tiny little steps forward, tiny little steps forward. Stretching, pressing until you reach at the top of the mat. You bend your knees, let your heavy, just shake it all out. All the efforts we've made, maybe your day, your week, your life. Thoughts, tension, expectations, release and free yourself. And then inhale, curling up nice and slowly, rippling through the spine again. Belly is engaged. As we come to stand into our mountain pose, Utkatasana. Arms beside you, shoulders roll down and back. And here, even just standing up, can you draw up through those lower abdomen like you're putting on skinny jeans? When you're ready, we take some flow sun salutations. Inhale, arms circle up to the ceiling. Exhale, take a forward fold, bend through the knees. Forward folding belly in is important, forehead to knees. Take an inhale, halfway lift. So press the hands into the shins, lengthen the spine. And then step it back into a high plank. You know I like my first rounds on the knees, so when you're ready, knees down, shift forward. And then exhale, lower down with those elbows sliding past the ribs. You take a little cobra here, shoulders down and back. So the back switches on, which is also part of our core. And downward facing dog to lift back and up. And 2 breaths here. Gently beginning to take it all in. Looking forward then, and step your right foot all the way forward, or as far as it goes at least, and the left one follows. Take an inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. See how the core and the back need to work together. Inhale, circle the arms up to the ceiling, grow as tall as you can possibly go. And exhale again, forward fold, forehead to knees, bend the knees. Inhale, kiss the shoulder scapula together as you lengthen the spine in your halfway lift. Step it back, exhale, high plank. Inhale, take the knees down or shift forward. And exhale again, elbows slide past the ribs as you lower down. Baby cobra or big cobra, your choice. Up dog, downward facing dog to return back to. 2 breaths again. Uddiyana Bandha still is engaged. Mula Bandha as well, that means that pelvic floor lift. So really kind of see if you can draw that energy up and inwards. Looking forward, step the left foot forward, and then the right one follows. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine, energetically pull things up and together. Exhale, forward fold. Big arms circle up, rise up. And exhale again, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Can you create these shoulders to draw back, long neck, stepping back again, high plank. Knees down, inhale, shift forward. Elbows in, core engaged as you lower down slowly. Cobra or upward facing dog. Big breath in, roll those shoulders back, work those back muscles, do not press into those hands. And then downward facing dog, exhale. 2 breaths. And these are your last 2. And before we close this little sequence, that would be. Inhale, look forward, bend through the knees, little hop, jump, step. And inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. And exhale, Samastitihi, hands together, thumbs center of chest. Come back to that sensation where the Mula Bandha lift, pelvic floor. Uddiyana Bandha draws into the spine, lifts up. Bring your big toes together, your heels slightly apart. Bend through the knees and sit down low. We have our Utkatasana, chair pose. Here, use the core by tucking the tailbone and connecting that as you hug that in. It is also connected to the glutes, so can you switch them on? And then your lower back should be long, so the back and the front muscles working together as a team as you sit here. Bring the hands together, thumb center of chest. As you lengthen, take an inhale. Twist to the right side, but do not touch the elbow onto the thighs. We're working strength rather than pushing. Inhale, come through center. Twist to the left side, do not touch the elbow. Inhale, center. Can you squeeze the abdomen in every time you twist? Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left side. Squeeze, work those obliques, lift it up. Inhale, lengthen. This time you get to twist and rest the elbow on the outside of the thigh. So I'm twisting to the right side now. Take an inhale, lengthen. Draw those bandhas in and up. And then exhale, twist. Look past your right elbow. Check that those knees are nicely in the same line. There's no weight in the toes. See if you can hug the belly in more to find more twist. Last round, inhale, come forward. I know the legs are burning, bear with me, to the left side. And again, take a moment here, check the knees are in line. Inhale, find length, draw the abdomen in and exhale, twist. Look past your left elbow. Glutes are still on, belly hugs in more. Inhale, stay. Exhale, twist. Inhale, rise to stand, should feel sweet, sweet relief. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen, lengthen. And exhale, step back, high plank. Shift forward or lower the knees and exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend. And exhale, come back, downward facing dog. Bring your feet a little closer to each other. Lift the right leg up. On an exhale, bring it forward and hold it in between your wrists, so as far forward as you can. Sway it side to side, elbow to elbow. Can you be nice and far forward? Hug the belly in. One more time, and then step it forward in between the hands. Rise on up, draw it in first, then to rise up, crescent lunge, arms reach up. Here as well, can you bend the back knee a little bit to lengthen out the tailbone and to work the core more? Because otherwise we often look like this. Belly is out, ribs are out, back bending. Hug, squeeze, connect. Breathe. Inhale here. Bring yourself to lengthen forward. Arrowhead. Good. From here on out, hands together, thumb center of chest. Same thing. We twist to the right side without touching. Hips stay there. Inhale back through center, keep the back leg straight. Or bend it all the way down to more. Twist. Inhale, lengthen. Last round, we twist all the way. Left elbow touches. Lengthen here. The thumbs will be stuck underneath your armpit. And then exhale, push the belly off the thigh. Look to the right side. Still okay to bring the back knee down. Can you hollow in the belly more? Maybe open your arms here. Last round of breath. And after that big twist, we find space, we find length. The right hand comes up to the back leg. Left hand takes it back. Big breath in. Breathe into the left side, obliques front of the belly. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down to the floor. Inhale, high plank. Maybe three-legged plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, find your back bend. Core and back, exhale. Downward facing dog. Feet come closer to each other, left leg to lift, inhale. And then exhale, knee forward. Really come to that plank, side to side. With that knee, elbow to elbow. Shoulders over wrist, belly in. One more time, side to side. Step it forward, quiet. Draw these bandhas in, think about them, hug them in. Inhale, rise. See how much more balance you can gather when that's the case. Bend through the back knee, hug it in. Lower back is long. Zip, lift, relax the shoulders. 2 breaths. Fly the arms forward, straighten the back leg, find this balance again. Hands come together, inhale, twist to the left side. Do not turn the hips. Inhale, that sounded a bit harsh, I didn't mean it like that. Exhale, twist. Good, last one. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, twist and touch. Back leg is still nice and straight, thumbs are in the armpit initially. Inhale, find length. And then exhale, press the thumb into the middle of the ribs, looking up, belly in. Last but not least, maybe open those arms. One more full round of breath. Reach it back, left hand to the back leg. Use your core to find balance, right hand draw back. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Inhale, high plank or a three-legged plank, and exhale to lower. Find your back bend, big breath in. Downward facing dog, exhale. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Inhale, bring your feet closer together, right leg to lift. And exhale, right knee to the left wrist touch. Lift it all the way up. Inhale, we take 2 more of those. Tiger curl to the left elbow again, so cross. Last round, inhale, lift. Exhale, cross. And extend. Take it out to the side, draw up through the belly. We come to a side plank variation, so not wild thing, not flying triangle. Right hand comes down, back foot comes flat. Lift the left hand. Keep looking to the side or the floor. Lift, lower. So really hike up through these obliques. Lift the hips up. One more. Left hand comes back. Take it all the way back. Three-legged dog. And then exhale, step it all the way forward. Use the bandhas. Mula Uddiyana. Come up. Take a moment. Settle. Back knee straight. Sorry, back knee bend. Hug it in, lift it up. So much concentration. I'm losing my words. Inhale to stay. Exhale, shift forward. And this time, we use those bandhas and that strength as we fly, airplane. So coming off your back foot into the front foot. Hold the balance, squeeze the belly up, square off the hips. Try and lift the leg higher. Open the chest more. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Gently bend through the right knee, step that left foot back. Arms up, Crescent Lunge. Open up, Warrior 2. So big step, take some time here to realign. So heel to heel alignment, using most of your mat. Your front knee is over your second, third toe. And as you find your lowest, biggest Warrior 2, you stay low through the leg. Inhale, take it back. Maybe not lean on the back leg, but bring the hand forward. And exhale, same thing, don't lean on the front leg, bring it forward. Use those obliques, find space. Inhale, back. Come and find as much rotation as you can. Exhale, forward. Are you still sitting low through those legs? Last round. Inhale, take it back. And exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down. Inhale, high plank or three-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, shoulders back. All of the work being done by the back and core. Downward facing dog. Feet come closer to each other. Lift the left leg up. To the right elbow, cross, touch. Come forward. Two more, inhale, lift. Exhale. Last round, inhale up. Exhale. Step it to the outside of the right hand. Walk your left hand to the center. And then when you're ready, come to a side plank variation, so don't open it up. Lift and lower the hips, up and down. Work those lower obliques. Hug in the belly. Last one. Right hand comes down, come onto the ball of the back foot. Lift and bring it up. Inhale. And exhale, step it forward. Mula Uddiyana, coming up. Inhale. And take 2 breaths to have a moment here. Maybe use your hands, align. Inhale, we stay. And exhale, come forward. We're about to take off, so just whenever you're ready, keep that chest open. Reach the right leg up. You're drawing the belly up, you're squaring off the hips, and you lift the right leg as high as you can. With that baby toe coming down to the floor as well. One more round of breath here. Core connected, step it back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, open up, warrior two. And I hope you're really experiencing that balance is going better. You feel stronger due to having that core connection. Might it be that mindful connection or the fact that we've switched it on. Sit your lowest warrior two. You can see your big toe if you were to look down. And let's go reverse. Inhale, right hand forward, left hand back. And exhale, forward. Good. Inhale, can you sit lower? Backwards. Exhale, forwards. Last round. Inhale, back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Never swoop the left leg. Lift it, step it, back. Three-legged plank or full plank or knees down. Take your back bend, big breath in, and then take the knees wide. Come to rest down, child's pose. And yes, of course, if you want a sip of water, you can do that. Just sway a little from side to side. Feel the nourishing effect. You can take a big sigh here as well. Get rid of some heat. Maybe it's quite warm where you are too at this moment. Let's take just one more full round of breath. And then slowly come onto your knees. And because we've done so much twisting, I just want to take a moment to lengthen it out. So we'll take a Camel Pulse. Hands to your lower back. Doesn't need to be a big one, especially because this is the first one we're doing. First back bend, really. Tuck the tailbone, push the pubic bone forward, lift your heart up. So like someone's grabbing you by the ribs here, looking up, and see where this first one can take you. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. And 1. And then slowly just curl your toes and sitting down onto your curled toes. For no other reason that it's good to stretch out the bottom of your feet. And it's good to take a moment of stillness after a back bend. Sigh again if that's helpful for you. Nice, slowly return back downward facing dog. Switching those bandhas on, I think always downward facing dog has that beautiful element to reconnect and see if everything's drawing inwards, where otherwise it will kind of fold down and out to the mat. Inhale here, look forward, and exhale, a little hop or step towards the top of the mat. You take an inhale, halfway lift, belly in, and then exhale again, forward fold. Big arms, rise to stand, big breath in. And we're back in Samastitihi, hands together, thumbs center of chest. Good. Here, as we stand nice and tall, you might leave the hands here. We lift the right knee up. Notice that this often starts to happen, so we start to sink into the standing leg and hips, and instead we power up and then lift up. So we have a really strong connection here. And for that energy drawing upwards, maybe you even pop the arms up to the sky. It helps me sometimes. Take a big breath in here. Reach the right leg as high as you can. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. And hold for 1. Step it down. Mountain pose. Big breath in. Big breath out. Left knee lifts up. Just stay there for a moment, recenter, hug it all in. Make sure that you're standing your tallest, proudest self. And then maybe reach the arms up as well. Reach the left leg forward. Normal to have one go higher than the other. Don't collapse backwards. Rise up, lift up. One more breath in. And then slowly bring this down as well. Big breath in. Big breath out. Coming onto your toes. Hands together for balance can be nice. And bending ever so slowly for the count of 10 through the knees, onto the toes, heels up. So hug it in, lift it up for core and for balance. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come to sit back. Both pose. Big breath in here. Hug it in again. So classic to yoga here. Big breath in here, stay, or come to a low boat, exhale. Inhale, bring it up. Maybe turn to the right side as you take a low boat, maybe you stay. Inhale, bring it up, turn to the left side as you low boat. Inhale up, hold, and breathe. And then slowly lower the legs down. Okay. We'll come onto our back. And I'll start with the left side because it's easier for you guys to see. So I'm bringing my left hand out to the left. And then from there on out, I'm just moving my legs ever so slightly to the left as well. And my right hand goes out to the right side. I can even touch the wall right there, that's fine. From here on out, I'm just trying to come onto my elbow and bring the knees into my chest. So I'm pushing up, and I'm coming down. And I'm pushing up, and I'm coming down. Lift those knees upwards into the chest, rather than close towards the floor, in and down. Good, that right hand is not really doing anything yet, unless you want to progress with me. Then those legs come out to the left side, right to the right hand. You bring straight legs and arms together for 5. Lower them all the way. 4, come up. For 3. Draw the belly in and up. For 2, do the best you can, bend knees as well. Last 1, give yourself a little cuddle. Lie back down. Big breath in. And big breath out. It's definitely a sweaty one for me here. Finally, it's warm. Okay, slowly I'm bringing my right hand out to the right. Move yourself over if you like, the elbow on the mat. And the knees just ever so slightly up to the right as well. I'm by no means onto the side of my hip, by the way. Left hand's not really doing anything first. I'm just pushing up, drawing those knees into my belly. And down, and up, and down. Maybe you stay with this one, totally fine. Otherwise, the arm goes away from the legs, lift together, lower away from each other. For 4 more. And 3, know that there's something for everyone. Last 2. Last one. Give yourself a little cuddle. You're back onto the mat. Big breath in. Big breath out. And step the feet to the floor. Heels nice and close towards you. And then slowly let the arms rest beside you. Let's take a bridge pose to stretch out all that twisting and crunching and hugging it in. So big breath in here, lift the hips up. Breathe as you kind of nestle the shoulders together. Open your heart towards the back. Maybe even reach your hands up. Big breath in here. And slowly ripple down. Articulate the spine like we did right at the beginning. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And rest yourself down. You might sway the legs from side to side. You might just stay as is. Okay, there we go. Two legs come up to the ceiling. Lower back comes back into the floor, what we practiced so much at the beginning. So squeeze and hug it in. And then don't lift the lower back as you just take tiny little pulses. Tailbone lift up and down. But see that my lower back is not lifting. It's just my tailbone lifting up and down. Straighten the legs as much as you can as we try to lift it up. And I'm not swooping it like to my face or anything. I'm trying to go right up. Squeeze the lower back into the mat, the belly down, tiny little pulses. Squeeze and lift, lower, stubborn, lazy bit of core starts to switch on. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees together. Big breath in. So we've definitely worked all of it now. Lower, obliques, transverse. It is all worked. So when you're ready, guys, grab your knees from the back, rock up and down, curl over if you like, or roll to the side. Otherwise, find a little bit of power to come all the way back through your chair. Rise, use your core, rise up, and exhale, forward fold. Bend those knees, take an inhale for your halfway lift. Feel free to come straight to downward facing dog, but also feel free to take that last round of flow. Inhale, find your back bend, and exhale, downward facing dog. Good, coming back to a high plank and lowering slowly down onto your stomach. And just take a moment here, taking both hands forward, both legs back, so we're nice and long. Keep looking down, so try not to look forward and crank through the neck. I'm going to lift my right hand and my left foot, half Superman. So take a big breath in, right hand, left leg, reach. Slowly lower down. Big breath in, left hand, right leg. And lower down. Same side now. Right hand, right leg, big breath in, reach. And lower down. Left side, fully, inhale, lift, and exhale, lower down. Take a moment here to just let it go, sway side to side, as we're going for a full Superman. All of our limbs lift up. Keep looking at the floor, big breath in, guys, arms and legs, lift, hold for 5, belly in 4, back is working hard, 3, keep looking to the floor, 2, lift, 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 1. And again, let yourself rest. Look to one side, maybe sway the legs, do what feels good. Take a sigh. And then slowly curl your toes. Hands down, press back, downward facing dog. Maybe by now you feel a little bit more flexible. Maybe by now, again, you can check in that the Uddiyana Bandha switches on quite automatically, navel to spine. And otherwise we keep practicing, it's okay. Lift the right leg up, big breath in. Step it to the outside of the right hand. Back knee can go down, we'll take a nice little lizard. Everyone's out walking these days, so we're taking a nice, good stretch for our psoas, left front of your hip, as well as kind of that inner groin, right side. Roll your neck a little. Come to the forearms if that feels good for you. 4 breaths. really that beautiful part that I'll start talking about this. Lifting up through the hips a little bit and walk that right foot over to the left side for your half pigeon. And you guys know by now you can modify, right? Come to your figure four, you thread the needle onto your back if need to. Really drag that back leg back more. And then lengthen the spine forward as you slowly come down and forward. Square off those hips. Always curl the back toes if that feels better for you today. Relax the shoulders. And exhales out of the mouth. Finally, here, let that belly now flop out. No more locks, no more bandas. And then just relax. That last minute here. I got 2 more big breaths. And slowly come onto the hands. Curl the back toes. Take your time to come back to your body. No stillness there. The left leg up, breathing into the left side, to your hands, back knee comes down, knee above the ankle, walk the back knee back, take a little movement through the neck. Maybe come to the forearms if that feels right for you. 4 breaths, feel free to sigh. Smile a little through the corners of the mouth, the corners of the eyes, maybe into your heart, not to cover over, but just to relax, to soften a little. 1 more breath here. And then to press into the hands, lift through the hips and walk that left foot to the right side. Coming back into your half pigeon, and again feel free to modify. Right leg stretches back, inhale, lift and forward, and exhale, come down. Relax, relax. onto the hands. Curl the back toes. Downward facing dog and a moment of stillness. Lower the knees down to the floor. One more camel. Take the knees a touch wider than the first round. Lift on up, hands to the lower back. Push the hips forward. Lift the heart. And if you can, maybe even grab the heels as long as the hips are forward. Come out slowly. Sit down for a moment. Let your hand palms rest onto your thighs. Like a couple here, take that. You have to step the feet down for a moment to let everything settle. We'll do that. Hug the right knee into your chest, straighten the left leg forward, classic spine twist. Right knee to the left side, stack the hips as much as you can, middle of the mat. Widen the right arm. Have your shoulders both to touch down in the mat. Full deep breath into the lower back, the lower waistline. And coming back through center. Right leg straightens forward, left knee comes in, give it a good squeeze. Left knee to the right side, but first stack the hips middle of the mat. Then roll over and widen the left arm. Shoulders settle down. Slowly bring it all the way back. Straighten both legs forward. Unless you'd like any other movement, feel free to do that always. Take a moment to get super cozy and comfortable for your Savasana. Shoulders match your knee down. I like kind of hugging my glutes together, my shoulder scapula. Take up some space if you have it, and if you're cold, pop something on. Take a moment to stretch out your face. Take a moment to sigh. And committing to absolute stillness here. To offer you the most stillness. You have time for. Make it a minimum of 20 breaths, and maybe let that be your meditation breath, counting to 20 with you.